first person, so so Qien or Luke, one of them is going to go on to play Artie. Winner of that goes on to play Marco. We're busting all these out back to back to back. Championship $100, second place taking home 20. So let's get right into it. Ba 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 ba. The return of the Octo Kid, undefeated in Blitz tournament matches. The Octo Kid, we call him that because he's got 8 arms. Fighting out of Russia, 16 years old. The new Red Alert 2 prodigy. He did take first place on the castle map, and then he did not play on the Oasis map last month. Only been playing for a couple years, but he's a beast. Any of you guys who haven't seen him play before, you're in for a treat. He is working through an injury right now. Presumably, he got bit by a dog. His hand was pretty messed up a couple weeks ago, so we'll see. We'll see if that slows him down. He's the Octo Kid. He's got 7 hands. Who cares? And we also got Luke. Luke out of the USA, originally out of China, 25 years old, top 10 QM rank. He's a good traditional player. Been playing for a while. He has his own mod, a really crazy in-depth mod. It's absolutely nuts. Basically remade the entire game of Red Alert 2. All right, guys, here we go. The prelim match. Qien in yellow on the left out of Russia, Luke out of the US of A in red on the right. Soviet versus Soviet. Again, guys, best of 5. So winner of this goes on to the semifinal to play Artie, who is an absolute beast mode today. Loser of this takes that sad, lonely walk home. So let's get it rolling. We got the prediction up. You guys get those predictions in. I want to see where your guys' money is at. Now, generally speaking, I'm always betting on the Octo Kid. He's an absolute beast. He is undefeated in Blitz show matches, including beating Woody, which is Woody's only actual loss. It's the only time Woody's lost in a show match. But a big disclaimer there. Blitz is a modded version of the game. There's random stuff going on. Woody hadn't played the map before. It's really unfair to even count that as a loss. But anyway, the point is, Qien has never lost in a Blitz tournament match. So, but Luke's gotten some more reps. He's played a few show matches on this month. Been playing pretty good. So we'll see. We'll see. Both good Blitz players. We'll see what it looks like. Qien out now with some early conscript fodder. I like that. And Luke hunkering in on that top hill. Double sentry guns out. It's a really risky oil, I think. If he targets that, both of his defenses go down. Qien's going to push right in. Qien's such a calculated player. If he sees an opening, he's going to take it, and even if it's only a very slim margin, he generally knows exactly where to push. Throws those conscripts in front to grab the sentry gun's attention. And Qien pushing into a lot of sentry guns right now. It seems like a questionable move, but I don't question the Octo Kid. Marco stays calm, good sport. Yeah, Paf, I completely agree. Marco, top-notch guy. Completely agree. Okay, so now bouncing back, and yeah, so these sentry guns, and maybe Qien did just want Luke to kind of get scared and overcommit to these sentry guns, because you see Luke is, well, both players are broke, but Luke spent a lot of money on sentry guns. Look at this, Qien has no sentry guns. Just fully trusting his army to protect himself as he prepares a split here. Luke matching now top and bottom. Other thing about this map, it was designed so that you can get around these defenses. These hills up here, you can't build on them, so the attacking player can get around. But now the Deso out, so Qien kind of bouncing in and out of the radiation, the sentry guns, preparing an attack on the bottom side. Oh, yep, so this oil is going to take the sentries with it. Yeah, nice target. Qien does have quite a few smoking rhinos up here, though. Half-health rhinos, always a bit problematic as a radar now comes out for Qien. So Qien pushing tech a little late here as Luke already on Battle Lab and Nuclear Reactor. And Luke has the money to continue this tech push. We'll probably see an Iron Curtain here shortly, but he is quite a bit behind on Rhinos here. So Luke's really going to have to manage these Desolators well to try to slow Qien down and buy him some time. Now Qien goes Battle Lab, but Luke is out with a Kirov. Kirov coming on the top side, so Qien will have to switch to Flak Tracks. Yeah, so this is a good combo for Luke. He's got the sentry guns to counter the drones and the Deso to counter the tanks, so he can hold on this top side nicely, buy himself some time to get this Iron Curtain out. Yeah, so going to grab that oil. Yeah, Qien getting out of the way of the splash damage. Yeah, so Luke tried to push in there, tried to target those Flak Tracks, try to give his Kirov a bit more time, but there was a Desolator to slow him down. Grabs a power plant, grabs an oil, and not terrible. Not terrible. Now Qien with his own Kirov. Now it's Luke's turn to build the Flak Tracks. A lot of Desolators there in the middle there. Now Qien committing all tanks to the bottom side. Luke having to bring down his Desolators, his sentry guns. Again, he is out-tanked here. A lot of Flak Tracks. This Kirov's in beast mode, though. Oh! Wow, and does get it. Does get it with the fall. Yeah, we do have the naval yard now. Multiple dreads being pumped for Luke. As Qien pushed in a lot of rhinos here. So now Luke switching over to drones. He's not getting those desos down in time. So Luke does Iron Curtain a couple rhinos to try to use defensively. He's got to get his desos going to work though. Force shields the MCV. Dreadnoughts now on the bottom left. Force shields the MCV. Now Qien on a lot of radiation. Those tanks are going to start popping here in a second. And Luke was able to save his MCV there. Nice hold. But now Qien in with his own Iron Curtain. And now Luke, no force shield. Perfect Iron Curtain from Qien, gets 5 tanks, and they're going to grab the MCV. Luke's trying to counterpunch with the Dreadnoughts, but Qien now out with the Squids to counter there. Okay. Yeah, and Luke left with only Desolators trying to slow down this push. His only offensive weapon was these Dreadnoughts, and Qien is just massing Squids to counter. So Luke now, yeah, Qien got a lot done there. Now Qien moving his MCV up to this top level out of range of the Dreadnoughts, so now his MCV is safe. Luke really doesn't have a winning move here, quits out. Luke Z, yeah, it's Luke Z, yep. Okay, good little first point there. Luke hanging and banging, but yeah, Qien proving he is the Octo Kid. So let's see if Luke can mix things up here. Luke, I mean, yeah, Luke's a good Allied player. He's a good Soviet player.
Have fun. Don't die.
Thank you, Zaspius, for that. Yeah, I mean, he's a good Allied player, he's a good Blitz player, but Qien's just a next level. I mean, it's very, very tough a player like this. Qien doesn't really make mistakes. He's also not very predictable, so he has a lot of things going for him in his arsenal. But Luke, Allied versus Allied, Luke is very strong. You know, he definitely identifies as a building player. He wants to kind of sit back a little bit, build himself up. Blitz Allied, especially on this map with the center barrier, definitely kind of gives more time to that. You know, Luke is most comfortable with some defensive structures, a handful of eagles, and kind of, you know, getting into a late game here. So we'll see if he can kind of try to do that. But Qien obviously, you know, is aware of his opponents and what they like, and Qien's going to try to do the exact opposite. So you already see Qien in here with a couple early GIs, easily thwarted. Oh, sorry, I'm mixing things up here. Sorry, that was Luke. Luke was in with those GIs. Qien held off the GIs. 2 hours. Brain moving a little slow. Still got a long day ahead of us, guys. We are running this whole tournament today. Okay. So now, Qien poking around here, baiting a couple pillboxes. Yeah, you see Luke trying to slow the game down, building the pillboxes. A pretty contained base. Like even on the top cliff, you see him not building towards the jungle here on the top, trying to contain himself. Wants to, like I said, wants to delay this game. Wants to bring it to a mid game. Qien working around the perimeter again, staying out of range of the pillboxes now. Luke has enough to hold here for sure, especially with the pillbox advantage. Okay, so now, what the? Qien just built a Nighthawk? Why did Qien just build a Nighthawk? That had to have been a misclick, right? You never know. With the most players, if I see a Nighthawk, I assume it's a misclick. With Qien, I'm like, who knows? Qien maybe Qien came up with a new meta that none of us are aware of. Does get in, takes the AFC, so now Luke needs to hover to save. He's going to go in and try to take out. Ooh, but he loses. Yep, loses all 3 Eagles and does not take Qien's AFC. That's a really, really unfortunate exchange. Down in AFC and loses his Eagles. Qien gets his AFC and keeps his Eagles. Allied versus Allied, you know, trades like that early on can ultimately decide the game. And Qien in with these Rockies. Legend has no anti-air. Or sorry, Luke has no anti-air. Luke's now just going to send it downfield, try to go crazy. Doesn't really have the tanks to pull this off. Doesn't have anti-air back home to hold off the Rockies. As he is out with a few Patriot missiles now, he will be able to hold off these Rockies, but Qien is just out tanking. You go 0, I go crazy. Yep. Yeah, Qien, I mean, Qien, it's just like, it's like being in a knife fight in a dark room with an octopus. That's what it's like fighting Qien. I mean, he's coming at you from all angles. He's throwing different things. But Luke, again, trying to counterpunch, sends a couple IFVs downfield, try to make something happen. Not going to work, but I like where his head's at. You know, we've seen it before. You can't just get on your heels. You can't play back. You got to keep trying to do things. You got to trying to give offensive looks. Now, Luke out now with his own Rockies. Luke's got a couple K. He's got a decent little economy rolling here. Paradrop in the back right. Qien sees it. Qien now pushing tech tanks. Mirage is out for him with the Battle Lab. Okay, so he does get in. Okay, nice little counter punch here for Luke. Gets in and grabs the AFC and grabs the Battle Lab. In the process, loses his own AFC though. These Mirages are very problematic, but that's exactly what Luke needed to slow Qien down. He took the AFC and he took the Battle Lab, so it's going to be a bit of time here before Qien's able to get more Mirage tanks pumping, and that's where Luke was really falling behind. So kudos to Luke for spotting that. Oh, did Qien have 2 AFCs? I might have missed that. So Qien is already out now with his Battle Lab. Luke pushing in again here. Gonna dive on the MCV. A lot of smoking Grizzlies. Looks like he will get it though. Yeah, and Qien sells the MCV. So Luke playing very, very well here. And this is his last War Factory. Man, what a turn of events here. So Qien still Battle Lab, AFC, War Factory, Barracks, and 11K. So he's got everything he needs for the time being. He will fall behind, but Luke's gonna come right in. It's a lot of Grizzlies. Yeah, Qien's not gonna be able to hold this. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I really, Luke made some really nice offensive pushes there to pull that game out. Qien was really in the driver's seat throughout most of that. Wow. Okay, Luke puts one on the board. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I was literally like, I was just like, yeah, it was the Nighthawk that threw Qien off. I think you're absolutely right. Wow. That really threw me. I really thought Qien was dominating that game.
Warning.
That was really weird.
Detected.
Well played. Well played by Luke. Okay. So now we do switch over to Qien goes Soviet, Luke stays Allied. Here's we switch factions. It is best of 5, guys. So the action rolling on here in the prelim match. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, just really some nice pushes, you know. But Qien was getting so much done as well. I don't know. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. Good game though. Good game. Good game. Well played by both players. So Luke out now with some, I don't know what these GIs are up to. Not really enough to make anything happen. A little anti-scouting possibly. Yeah, and we saw these early GIs last time cleaned up pretty easily. I don't love that move. I don't love that for Luke. I think the GIs are too expensive. Like a couple GIs to anti-scout maybe. Or a decent amount if you're going to try to GI push. But like that medium like that, I feel like that's just kind of a waste of money. Okay, and Qien pumping the rhinos, pumping the dogs. Okay, so Qien, you see Qien working around outside the range of these pillboxes. We've talked about this all tournament. You have players who try to attack and they, you know, I mean, there's situations where you do have to attack the pillboxes. There's situations where you're going to have to be in range of a pillbox. But generally speaking, you know, if you can bait them in one spot and then kind of attack from another here. So now, yeah, and so Qien edges his way around the outside, sneaks in. That was like so soft. It was like, oh, I'm just gonna take your MC. Oh, there goes your MCV. Sorry, no more MCV. So Luke now without an MCV at the 2-minute mark here in game number 3. So Luke's just got to kind of send it here. This early, if you don't have an MCV, you're just going to fall so far behind so quickly. Kind of just got a Wile E. Coyote push and hope to get lucky. Some GIs, some dogs, some snipers. Not really enough Grizzlies, I don't think. But Qien now out with the radar, so the Desolator is going to be coming here. And you see Qien sends a couple rhinos back, but Luke able to hold on the back end using the Eagles defensively is a nice move. This is kind of where are the Desolators going here? Qien just like can't blunder this. Like Qien can give up all of this if he has to. And Qien not going drones. And now the Rockies for Luke as well. Okay, so now a flak track out. Flak tracks for Qien. Yeah, Qien just needs to slow this game down. I mean, Luke wants him to play recklessly. He wants him to engage. Oh, and Qien blunders those Desos. Okay, and then now the flak tracks. Needs to scramble the flag. Yep. Saves the flak tracks from those Eagles. Yeah, I don't know if Luke can really afford to regroup here. He's got a lot of Grizzlies. Yeah, he just needs to keep hitting these Desos. Luke's infantry are so important right now. Yeah, he's just gonna keep sniping out these Desos. Qien's on 12K. Like Qien could be doing so much. He's got smoking sentry guns. He's building walls. Luke's throwing a lot of Eagles, not getting much value out of those. Yeah, so you see Luke, Luke's kind of chomping at the bit here. He's going to try to get in, try to take a War Factory. He's got these sniper IFEs to hold off any Desos that come. Does get in and grabs a War Factory. Yeah, there's just really no reason to engage, I don't think, for Qien here. I think he can afford to sit back a little bit, get his battle lab out, and just kind of get comfortable here. I mean, he's got 12K. He could be building sentry gun. I mean, he could be building Tesla coils, for God's sake. But the Desos are never going to get in. These snipers are tearing him apart. Can that Deso get down? Oh, he's just not able to get a Deso down. Okay, finally a Deso gets down, takes a couple GIs. These sniper IFVs are hard countering these Desos. All he's doing is promoting the snipers. Luke gets in and takes out that nuclear reactor, and Luke doing such a good job keeping the pressure on. I'm talking a lot about what Qien's doing wrong, but Luke is doing a lot of things right now. And the biggest thing is the Desolators. Oh, and Qien in range of the GIs. I thought those GIs weren't shooting for a second. That was weird. And yeah, and this IFV is now elite. That's an elite IFV sniper. Qien has to stop building Desos. They're not going to work. Oh, Qien drives right in. Oh my God, Qien. What are you doing, dude? Oh no. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's blundering so hard right now. Thank you, Artie, for bringing my twin in to tell everyone what I was about to say. Wow. And he's still building Desos. It's not going to work. Flat cannon out. Okay, so what can... Oh my God. And finally, Qien switches over to drones. He could have switched over to drones 2 hours ago. Is he going to get a Desolator down? Will he finally get a Desolator down? He finally gets a Desolator down. He is droning the Grizzlies. Oh, he's in a bad spot, though. Wow. And the Eagles, and Luke managing his Eagles so well. The snipers, yeah. So Qien has to switch off of the Desolators. It's just not working. The Desolators are not going to work, dude. Wow, what a wacky game. I'm having a hard time collecting myself here. Flat cannon. So flat cannon. So finally the Rockies are countered. Qien still, I mean, this game is not, I mean, Luke has battled his way back from nothing and is putting on a hell of a show, but he still doesn't have a checkmate move here. obviously, since he's playing with a single barracks, a single war factory, and a single AFC, and he has been for the last 5 minutes, you guys. He lost his MCV 5 minutes ago. Finally, the Desolators can kill some GIs. I think that's the first GI killer has been all game. So Qien needs to get another flat cannon out. He only took 1 eagle down there and did lose his barracks. The snipers are doing so much work. This micro, the sniper control from Luke is so impressive in this game. It's everything. I mean, that's what's completely tipped the tides. Luke has completely neutralized Qien's Desolators. And we've seen this at the higher level. A single Desolator doesn't work. You have to get 5 Desolators in a flat track, make a Deso bomb, drive right in the heart of the enemy, and then deploy them. Single Desolators running around like this are just dead in the water, especially now with Luke controlling the higher ground here. And we just hit the 2-minute warning in this game. Oh my god. What a weird one. Yeah, Qien, the Qien's hand thing is Qien is moving slow. I don't want to make excuses, but yeah, Qien is moving a little slow for sure. Desolator's down. Yeah, now pushing into some radiation. Luke's left his, he needs to split these snipers up. He needs to get 1 on the front lines. Qien finally getting a counter punch in with gives enough rhinos to try to make something happen, but the Rockies are doing so much, and Qien has no flak tracks in that group. So Luke's Rockies are just gonna tear these rhinos apart. Yeah, and this one's gonna come down to time. About a minute and a quarter left in this game. Yeah, I wonder if his hand injury is hurting his decision making. Yeah, that's a good question. Ed. So Luke wants to end this game. I mean, after Luke's fought this hard, you don't want to go to come down to points. And Qien bows out. Which is really the gentleman move, because that was going to come down to time. The timer was going to go in 30 seconds, and it could have. And Luke threw so many units, it's very possible Qien would have won in the defensive position on points there. So Luke does take that one home. Qien bows out. Gentleman's game being played here from Qien, and what a game! Wow. Wow. That was I don't know. I don't even know what to say. That was crazy. Luke just literally played for 8 minutes with nothing. But, you know, he had the AFC, the barracks, and the war factory. So if Qien would have got in... If Qien... sorry, I think Frank might hop in here. So if Qien could have got in and taken one of those buildings, you know, as the allied player... Barracks, War Factory, AFC, you can do a lot, right? And so if Qien could have got in and just made one hit, just got the AFC or the Barracks or the War Factory or his power, he would have completely tilted the game. Luke would have been out of it. But Luke just kept all of the pressure on every single unit that Qien had. Qien had to be fully committed on defense just to hold him off. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wow. Crazy, crazy,
Warning.
crazy.
Psychic Dominator detected.
All right, here we go. So we got Luke and Soviet now on the left, and Qien with Allied. It is 2-1, best of 5, guys. So if Luke wins this, he sends Qien home. If Qien wins this, we go to a match number 5, a good old-fashioned barn burner, just what the people need. Yeah, I think Qien probably would have won on points there because Luke threw so many units at him. Oftentimes in those positions, the defensive player, you know. All right, so now we do see Qien bringing out the GIs. It's hard to know if Qien's the kind of player who tilts because it's so rare to see him in a position where he's getting beat up. You know, just honestly, he's just usually so far up. He doesn't even have the opportunity to tilt, but he is fully committing to the GIs right now. This is so many GIs. Some secret sauce out now. Who's the secret sauce for? For Qien? Yeah, Qien needs some secret sauce. Thanks, Frisia. So he did get some value out of those GIs, but he's broke. Realistically, he probably needed more value. Yeah, he took a couple rhinos, though. He slowed down the rhinos at the very least. It's going to delay Luke's counter punch, at least. Yeah, okay. This is like tank for tank, click for click. This is so close right now. He forces the sell on the War Factory, but as it's selling, it goes down, which gives out a bunch of conscripts. The elite GI goes down, and so Qien definitely in the driver's seat right now, but needs to avoid. He's only got a couple Grizzlies, so he's got to stay out of range of the sentries. He runs over those conscripts, another sentry out, and Luke's calling in the Tesla troopers. So Qien, so yeah, you guys see that? So Qien tries to get away from the sentry guns now, out of range of that sentry gun. Can he get this MCV? Oh, he gets the MCV, boys. Oh my God. And these tanks worked hard. I think they're on their way home to regroup. And so Qien repays the favor. That last point. Oh no, that was the same thing that happened last point. Luke came back and won. Of course, last point, Luke had a War Factory. It was a completely different position. In this case, he's got his barracks only. And now Luke's pumping the Tesla troopers. He's like, hey, after last point, anything can happen. Here come the Tesla troopers. Let's go, boys. Yeah, so the GI push at the lower level we have seen. At a high level like this, the GI push is very, very difficult. And it's tempting to say, like, in that position, like, oh, you know, Qien... Oh my God, what a barn burner, boys. I think those channel redemptions were a great idea. I was literally just about to say that. Yeah, Artie obviously knows me too well. All right, so here we go, guys. We do move on to the final game, match point. We're turning the timer off. We got ourselves a barn burner. We got ourselves a barn burner. Yeah, so the GI push, it's tempting to say they're like, oh, you know, he got lucky, or oh, Luke, and it's just like it's just like micro. It's just like how you're choosing to use your GIs, when you deploy, what you target, how you avoid, like all of those little decisions. That's what makes or breaks it. So it's very difficult. Even at the top level, though, it still has to be like you have to do everything perfect, and your opponent's going to have to make a couple little slips, maybe. But Qien got good value out of it. He was able to take out Luke's early tanks, slow him down, mix him up a little bit, and then come in and deliver the final blow. So we got the timer off. Timer is off. Match point. 2-2, best of 5. Barn! Where's the lair? Give me the lair. Get the people going. All right, here we go, guys. Prelim match again, guys. You guys already know it. I've already said it a few times. People on Twitch, so they come and go. Maybe someone just showed up. Maybe someone smelt the barn burning and they're here for it. So this is best of 5. Winner of this goes on to play Artie in the semifinals, taking their chance at the $100, which is going out today, guys. We're finishing up this whole tournament right here, right now. Loser of this, taking that long, sad, lonely walk home in the rain with no umbrella. Both players want it. Both players have been coming at each other. It's gone both ways. Let's see what they bring. So in this final point, both players do choose their own factions. Both players going Soviet. Both players out now with some drones, doing some dog harassment, little scouting. It's all about trying to get in that first tank. Can you get in your opponent's first rhino? Oh, and Luke does not manage, targets the wrong one, and Qien does get his in. So that's a nice tank advantage here for Qien. And Qien, I think Qien doesn't like these games going too long. As the games go on, it seems to go more in Luke's favor. So Kien's going to come right in, right on the MCV's steps. And Luke with that top-level War Factory, with that first drone getting in, he's already behind. And Luke loses it. Luke loses the MCV. Not quite the barn burner that the people needed. Qien cinching his position here. I mean, and so, to be fair, the last 3 points, Luke has lost his MCV within the first 2 minutes. So, yeah, a little questionable. I mean, for Luke to be hanging with the Octo Kid like this, you can only say, tip your hat. But ultimately, you gotta wonder if Luke couldn't have found a way to better protect his MCV. He lost his MCV almost every game. Qien comes in for a quick one there. Not the barn burner that the people wanted, but you know what? It might have been the barn burner that the people needed. These players keeping us on our toes a little bit here.